Welcome to the Cleve, Loveland, and Lone Ranger Show. We deliver you all your real estate news as we've been doing every weekend for the past 25 years. You can tune in here to listen and find out what's going on in real estate, what's going on with mortgage rates, how to sell your home in this hot market, how to buy a home in this hot market. Are you competing against multiple offers? We'll help you with that. Anything you need to know about real estate, you can tune in here. Don't worry about the fake news or what you click on the internet. This is where you want to go. And right now, this market in Central Florida, and what I will say is it is on fire. That's a buyer calling right now. It might be a buyer or a seller. But the inventory right now is as low as it's been since 2005. And 2006 is when inventory started to climb. Builders started delivering massive amounts of homes. And then the wheels came off the bus. That's not what we're in right now. Our inventory is slow and steady. It is holding at a point where the homes under 300,000, they're gone really quick with multiple offers. I've got a special market maker program. We'll talk about that. But I wanted to get into this, the way this is and the supply, the differences now and where we're not going to have a bubble. We've got great lending practices. We've got builders that can't supply homes because of supply issues, because of COVID. That will ease up, but prices are rising. Central Florida is growing. I think 15 years ago, the Central Florida metro area probably had 2 million people. We've probably got almost 2.7 now. But Bruce, what's going on in your market with?
Well, that 0.7 is coming from New York, I think.
No, it's not. Well, that's the thing. Everybody would think that. You hear that, and that fuels part of our market. But 75% of my contracts that I do, and I am all over Central Florida. If you can hear me right now, I probably sold a house on your street. But it's mostly other Central Floridians moving around. About 20% of the time, I see other Floridians coming here because we're less expensive. And that 5% is that reload, that international person, the person fleeing New Jersey or just saying, darn it, I'm going to open my restaurant in Windermere instead of, downtown New York. Things like that are happening.
Because you don't have any open restaurants in New York.
Exactly. But what are you seeing? I mean, this year, I think we'll be in this tight inventory situation. So we'll talk about ways to prep you as a home buyer and get your mortgage fast-tracked. We can talk about that. What are you seeing with rates? Where are those going to be this year?
Well, I can tell you, we all know rates have come up a little bit since last year, okay? December was really the end of the unreasonably low interest rates. And I say that respectively because they were falsely, they were low rates because the government was infusing the bond market. That no longer is happening. We're starting to see rates come up a little bit, but they're still really attractive. I mean, I still have interest rates in the high 2s and low 3s. If you got great credit, you can still get a great rate. It's still a good time to possibly refinance and consolidate debt or convert from a 30-year to a 15-year. Those opportunities are still there. Interest rates are still incredibly low. But I loved this week, okay? This week, we actually saw a little bit of a decline in rates from where they'd been because they've been climbing. The bond market's been off and interest rates have been going up. Now, when I say going up, they're ever so slightly. So is it a panic? It's not a panic for me, not whatsoever, but they are going up. So what you were getting at 2.5% interest rate might be even 3 1/8 or 3 1/4 today. That's
still a great rate. It's still incredible.
It's still a great rate. And I'm still picking up some refinances, but we're starting to see that market slow. I don't see that interest rates are going to decline. Now, did that mean, we still had a great week, but that week was a blip. Right? It's a blip.
What's important, what you do for people, though, is you might talk to somebody and they just walked out of their monster mega bank and they got quoted 3.5%, but you sit with them and go, wait a minute, let's fix this and this and this and this, and I might be able to beat that. And that's what's important about having a good mortgage rep like yourself, somebody who's been doing this for so long, and just the urban legend about I got to put 20% down on a house and I need to go to my bank to get my loan.
Well, the bank, first of all, the bank is not the way to go. Okay, the bank only is there to collect your checking account, and you might even get a car loan for them. But if you think that your bank is your best option for a mortgage, they're not. But people, they listen to the commercials. It's funny because on my other show, we talked a lot about, the iBuyer real estate company and or the companies that are out there, and that they're so convincing, Cleve, that people actually believe it. But the thing that a lot of you don't realize is that these companies are owned by hedge funds. These hedge funds are designed to make money. They are not in the customer's best interest. And when you see these commercials like your bank is, the neighborhood friendly bank, I'm going to tell you something. They are in my opinion, the worst possible service you can get in a mortgage.
Yeah.
I mean, I've devoted my career, 32 years, devoted my career to making sure that customers not only got great service, got return phone calls, but also had options, because the bank representatives just say they sell you what the bank is telling them to sell you.
They're reading off a screen.
They're reading off a screen. They are not really looking at your individual needs. And I had a client yesterday call me, loan's already in process, buying a home, calls me up yesterday, says, Bruce, I want to delay on signing the disclosures because I might put more money down or go to a 15-year. And so I looked at it and I said, so, Abdel, why do you want to do that? He says, well, because I want a lower payment. And I said, do you have all of the money in your bank account so that you could retire, or are you on track for retirement? He says, no. I said, well, let's get that fixed. Why do you want to take money out of the market that you're making 10, 15, even 20% on when I'm loaning you money at 3.25%?
Yeah.
Why do you want to take the money out of that bank when you can get more leverage by leaving it alone? And he's like, I never even thought about it that way.
Yeah.
And so these are the things that we want to discuss.
And we teach our seminar April.
Oh my gosh, yes. Our wealth building seminar, Retire as a Millionaire. We'll show you how to retire with $2.1 million in the bank and about $15,000 to $20,000 in rental income.
April 28th.
April 28th, 6 p.m. Yeah, register at webringyouhome.com. If you have any questions for me, I'm the Loan Arranger. You can reach me at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com.
Cleve, Loveland, 407-352-8118. Bruce, I want to do these listings real quick because by the end of the show, I will probably have offers on them. So, I haven't had a lot of listings on the show.
You do them right now, your phone's going to ring while
I've got
we're
about
on the air.
30. I've got about 30 pending listings. Usually I carry about 10 or 15 active all around town. And so I've picked up a bunch this past couple of weeks. These just went live. And what I'm doing usually, I've got a market maker program to handle multiple offers. Most of these properties are going out for bid. We're not taking the first couple offers through the door. We're giving people about 5 days to look at them, a good weekend where people are off, some evenings, but everybody gets to review it. All the offers come in, and that way I'm not chasing offers, because especially if they're below 400,000, 500,000 in some cases, I get to look for the best buyer who's been fast-tracked by you, who looks like the most reasonable and agreeable. Believe it or not, even when I tell some realtors, bless their little heart, that we've got multiple offers, they still send me an offer 10% below list price. And I said, okay, thank you. They're obviously not going to be the winner, but I don't argue that case with them. But anyway, I've got this listing here. I've got 40 acres in Umatilla.
Good gracious.
Umatilla. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths on it, 1,100 square feet, just a little cottage. It used to be a nursery, but this land is nice Florida woodlands, and you could split this up. Just check with the county, probably break it into 5-acre parcels, and most of it, over 30 acres, is high and dry, but it can easily be split into 4 or 5 lots. And you can got a little guest cottage on there while you build your big home.
How much is that one?
That is listed for $419,000, and you could probably sell those lots when you broke those off for about $100 a piece.
So you don't know what you could split that to? That's something that has
this area is 5. You got to check with the county, but that area is 5 acres per house. So you probably could break this into, if you showed the county. But doing all that's a lot of work. But somebody that bought this could do that down the line, and it'd be a nice little payday for you. So there's also. I've got one. This is a neat one. This is 11 acres in Ocala. 8 bedrooms, 8 baths. Now you're going, what's going on here? It's 6,600 square feet. What we've got here is we've got a huge, enormous aircraft hangar on the property with 2 apartments in it that are 2,500 square feet. There's kidding. 2 separate apartments in it. This property was a builder who went belly up back in the bubble. And since then, he lived in the apartments while he was trying to build a house. So on the property, there's a 4,800 square foot, 5-bedroom, 5-bath home that is about 1/3 complete. The walls are up. They're R20 poured concrete. It's a gorgeous custom home. You can see the floor plan. We've got the designs on it. It probably needs about $150,000 to $200,000 to complete it. And you'd have a 5,000 square foot main house, a guest apartment on 11 acres surrounded by beautiful Florida woodlands for $440,000 on that one.
And now, are you saying they have a landing strip on the property,
or
is it in a community?
No, I'm sorry. No, the big garage is actually big enough to be an aircraft hangar.
Okay, but it's not an aircraft hangar.
It's a
barn.
At 30 feet by 100 feet. But yeah, it's not a wooden pole barn, but it's a metal building like an aircraft hangar. But it is enormous with apartments in it. And then I've got 10 acres in Eustis with a house on it, partially completed, 5 bedrooms, 2 baths. These are all projects that fell apart. This one, we just dropped the price to $325,000, 2,100 square foot home. The shell is good, needs the inside completed, but 10 acres of beautiful woodlands, isolated and useless over towards Volusia County. And then I've got one in Deltona. This is a great one, Bruce. You'd like this. Big workshop on the property, a 2,000 square foot workshop, 2,500 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home for $335,000.
That's a bargain.
That one went live yesterday morning. I've got 3 offers in my email already. We're reviewing all those offers. You'll hear this when you hear this show. You've got 2 days to get in to look at this, and give me a call if you're interested. We can get you in to look at it, make an offer on it. This is a great house in Deltona, oversized lot, 3-car garage on the property, enormous workshop. And then one thing about Deltona I do love, no homeowners association. So all of these properties are available. I've got another gorgeous one in Mount Dora.
Well, wait a minute. Before we go into that one, how do they reach you then if they want to see these properties?
407-352-8118. And then the Jewel, I've got a 1-acre lot in the hills. It's the Laurels of Mount Dora. It's a 1-acre neighborhood. It's one of those cute little neighborhoods. The house is almost 2,000 square feet with a pool. It's $415,000 and absolutely perfect condition. No homeowner association. It's the Orange County side of Mount Dora. There's a little address there right on the county line. Great location, growing area, but $414,000 for 1,900 square feet, 2,000 square feet with a pool, side entry garage, 1-acre lot. Just perfect. You can't find something. The builders don't build on lots like this anymore. You can't find this kind of land. No. So give me a call if you'd like to take a look at any of those, or go to cleveloveland.com. Or if you're thinking about when we're doing, and a lot of these people I just talked about, Bruce, they're sellers, but they're also buyers. And, and a couple
they got to live somewhere.
And they haven't, some of them haven't got their new home yet. Actually, and a couple of them, we found their new home before they moved. And they got qualified to buy without selling, because that's the hard part. Sometimes these homes are selling quick, and they're like, oh, my God, I don't want to move twice. Where am I going? Right. So my buyer's agents are helping me. My team is helping me. We'll show these people what they want. You've gotten them, a couple of them qualified before they sold. They're buying, and they're doing your recasting loan. Yeah. Tell everybody about that.
So, recasting a loan means that you've got more money to put down, but you want to close first. So maybe you've got a house for sale. It's got several $100,000 in equity, but you can afford to buy the new one without selling the current one. Then you close on the new one. Then you go ahead and sell your present home. You've got extra cash. And if you were to put that extra cash on the new mortgage, it's just going to pay the mortgage off early. But some people
doesn't change your payment.
Doesn't change your payment. Some people want the new payment to be reflected by the principal reduction. That's called a recast. We can do that at CrossCountry Mortgage, 407-250-9144, or visit my website at webringyouhome.com.
Bruce, are there any 80-10s out there? Is that still a thing?
No, you can't do seller held seconds. You can
but I mean, do you have one yourself?
You can do purchase money seconds with traditional home equity lines of credit. I don't see that they're happening very frequently right now, because the first mortgage is going to risk-based price your first mortgage to where it's less attractive than it used to be.
Okay.
It used to be more attractive because the first mortgage was at a lower loan to value. Now they price that based on the combined loan to value, so it's generally not quite as attractive. Now, I am doing it on some jumbos. If you're putting say 25% down, and then you want me to pick up a second mortgage at 10% to get that first mortgage in conforming rates. But to be honest with you,
don't use them. Okay.
My jumbo rates are so attractive that people don't even need to do that.
Jumbo is above 6.
Above 550.
Above 550.
Yep. It's actually 556.
So somebody buying in the 600s maybe, or right around there.
Yeah, $700,000, and jumbos, for a good jumbo, if you want a great rate. Okay, good jumbo is always 20% plus down. Okay, so if you're buying a $700,000, $800,000, $900,000, $2 million house, just closed one for you at about 1.7 million.
1.7, yep.
Right. So and his rate was in the like the high 2s.
And you absolutely spanked his bank on that. You were a good 0.5% better on that.
Oh yeah, well that's 2 of them I picked up recently. They're like, I banked with this BO, what is it called, for God knows how long, and then they came back. They're like, I hate those people. They're terrible. They're terrible.
Yeah.
So, but not only that, but they said you still got to beat the rate. So listen, 407-250-9144. We'll be back. Cleve, what's your number?
407-352-8118 for Central Florida's voice of real estate.
All right.